God, why are these drafts so tanky? I hate it. I mean, Vayne just... I feel like Vayne can just destroy this game. I don't know. Because you've got such a short-range draft on the side of BAF. You've got
It's a weird
Ornn,
one.
Maokai, Set. You've got like 3 dashless tanks, effectively. And they've got like their long-range engager options, but they're all disruptible. Disruptible or dodgeable. I've got short-range ADC, and then Lissandra is short-range mage. But then it's also super short-range and brawly on the side of Brainsword Unsheathed. Because you've got like Galio in the mid lane, even shorter range than Lissandra. Gragas at least has like longer range engage that's harder to deal with, but Xayah can still ult it, and then Shen and Mumu, they both do get close to you.
Let's hope it's up now. Yeah, we didn't miss anything. I apologize. Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got Electrocute on this Gragas, so he's probably going to be more damage focused. And it's and it's blue smite on him as well. Sorry, I was just messing around with the camera because I don't know how spectate works.
Yeah, boosted should get their level 2 push here, but it doesn't feel like they're going for it that heavily right now. Yeah, Vayne and Amumu have to concede. They have to respect this, especially with no cleanse. That's another factor.
Yeah, it just seems like a really odd take. Like, the ghost will help, but it just makes you so much more susceptible to this Lissandra. If she flashes on you, you're going to have to pay the QSS tax, and you don't have a Mikhail support. Gragas already looking here. Whether or not he's going to be able to find anything.
Got a quick venture into bot lane. Digitest now in danger. Will have to flash most likely. Oh, he doesn't flash in time. Double body slam, but a lot of damage in return from the Haymaker. He's going to die anyway. Will it be a return from Granny Spatter? Christian Simeone flashes in time, and that's just first blood. I feel like the flashes should have been used the moment body slam animation starts.
I think you needed to cleanse the first Amumu Q, to be honest, if you're Granny Spanner. But really, really nice flash body slam from Luke Caruana there to set off the game.
Yeah, boosted... Oh, never mind. We already have a gank from boosted AF here. A response, quickly trying to get something back, and they do get a kill on the Galio. Lissandra takes the kill. And we'll get the push into the tower as well. Luke Caruana will just have to take these minions. Unless... Okay, Galio will TP back to lane, so it's fine. But it is a valuable gank for boosted here. Burning that flash early from the Galio. It is a big deal in these skirmishes that are about to come. But it looks like, okay, Chop the Farmer is not done with aggressive moves here. But he does not have support from his mid laner, so he has to back away.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a fairly slow early game. I mean, I know we said it would be a very brawly game, but at this point, like, there just aren't enough tools to keep fights going or actually get kills, because a lot of these champions don't have any damage early. Lissandra, very low damage early, Gallia, very low damage early. We've seen the ganks come in, but you know, that's just mainly a result of bad positioning. Like, I feel like there shouldn't ever be kills at this stage of the game, certainly in the top side of the map. Loving this wet noodle fight top lane.
Yeah, if there's gonna be anything happening, it's just around the bot lane and pretty much nowhere else. And
right to camera, just love seeing tanks slap each other though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just the client registers damage being administered in the top lane, and they're like, okay, we need to see what's happening. Uh-oh, it's Shen autoing Ornn for 80 damage again. Whoops. Yeah, it really feels like it
Believe
would
we've
take a massive mistake from either side for... Okay, as I say that,
How
Riftmark...
many tower shots do you need to take? You take a 2 now.
Yeah,
I feel like we've gone. This is
a bit
season
too
8, right?
close.
Is it? Like, and we've it's been Shen on like every season.
Oh, Foxbill going in. Level 4, all in from the Brainsword bot lane. Haymaker onto Amumu. Do they have enough damage? No, they do not. And it's another kill from the Brainsword bot. That's a flash as well from Granny Spanner. Oh boy. Boosted bot lane definitely getting punished with the way their waves are placed. Like, they're trying to push it in, but then Brainsword on the long lane, they find an opening. They may find another in the mid lane here. Gardevoir has to self-ult. Chop the Farmer is far away, so Gardevoir cannot stay in this fight. Yeah, like you said, low damage, so even though the CC lands, there's not enough to get that.
Yeah, but that
Fourth kill
suddenly,
of the
I
game.
mean, without the ult on the Lissandra here, the kill pressure for Chop the Farmer is so lowered. Lissandra, you don't really want to be having to self-ult yourself in the early stages of the game. Like, you really want to be using that ult on other people to force kills, and that's the whole identity of the champion. Similarly to Malzahar, is get kills level 6 and onwards on cooldown with ult.
Ooh.
So now he has no flash,
Oh,
no
no.
ult for the team fight.
Boosted just starting this dragon with only 2 members on it. Galio ult comes in immediately, and all of a sudden you have pretty much 4 members against 2, and it's not a fair fight at all. Questionable decision making, it has to be said. Especially when, like, the Scuttle Crab has been taken by red team. They do know what's going on. Yeah, if you want to take dragon, when this team, the other team has so much setup, you need to basically ensure that they can't engage onto you so easily. Another bandage toss.
Well, the set support is already looking a little questionable. Oh, saying that.
Nice root from Granny Spanner. This could be a kill.
Nice cleanse vein.
Granny Spanner
Oh,
does
he
not
misses
have
the
flash.
Q.
Bandage toss in, but no follow-up from the Gragas, and it's a double.
Luke Caruana didn't damage the Xayah with his Q.
What happened there, I wonder? Chop the Farmer. Oh, he has to make sure that Set doesn't die here. He might still go down, and that's a shutdown from the Gragas. Oh no, Granny Spanner has to be careful, but he ult. Oh my goodness, he uses Feather Storm just in time. Wow.
I kind of saw that coming there. With if the body slam was up there, then Granny Spanner was cooked.
That was
very manly
too close for comfort.
I appreciate that this is a champion he's good at, but I still stand by what I said. I don't think I like this pick very much. But we'll see. Maybe it'll get better as it scales into the game with the health of the enemies.
I mean, the more situations we see where both teams are group up, naturally Set is just going to go up in value. But right now, yeah, it is a bit up and down.
I don't know if we're just going to start seeing this Vayne Ted, which is six though, especially with the Ghost. Like, obviously you want the cleanse for the team fights versus the Malphite and the Lissandra, but the Ghost is going to be very impactful in the 2v2 because you can dodge around the feathers a lot easier and dodge around the set. And I imagine that's why he took it and just accepted that he'll need the QSS. Ooh.
Oh, here comes the Lissandra counter gank. Christian Simeone in big trouble, but not enough CC to lock him down, and Brainsword are the ones who get the kills in the end. It's Vayne who's going to reap the rewards from this one. Christian Simeone, he's going to get another, but because Granny Spanner just got caught in all of his CC, did not back off. And feels like this one is already almost decided with how we just saw this gank go from Boosted as fuck. They did not get what they wanted, and they also got punished.
The plays are just are so much more decisive from the side of Brainsword Unsheathed. Like, you see this, Lissandra comes in, she goes in, she W's the Vayne, and then what does she need to ult the Vayne? Like, it's the cleanseless Vayne. I don't know why the Lissandra ult was held there or self-ulted. By the time the Lissandra ult was used, the set was already dead. You go in, you layer up your CC, you ult first, and then you W. For one thing, because then like you can't be condemned away from ulting. Like if you W them first, they can condemn. Whereas if you ult them first, you can layer the CC, and even if they condemn you during the W, well, they've already sat through the ult.
Yeah, and not to mention,
But yeah, no, the sorry, go.
Brainsword had Stand United all that time. They did not even have to use it. I don't know if Riftmark was watching the entire fight go on, but that's just something to consider.
Yeah, I mean, imagine just they're just in core with each other as well, very much communicating their need. Let's have a look. So this Lissandra, it looks like it will be. It's gonna be either Everfrost or Leandro. I really hope to see the Leandros on the Lissandra here. I think that really saves the pick. But yeah, it's not Ludens by the build.
Oh, that
you got to ult
is...
those.
Oh, good flash though, but still will not get away from that one. The Feather Storm was not enough. They caught him unawares once again.
You just have to ult those.
Luke
No other way
Caruana,
around it.
I mean, he's doing what we thought would be the game plan, is just like, this is all about the bot lane, and it's exactly what he's doing. He's fulfilling the objectives of the game. Digitest might have to back... Okay, it's too late to back off now. You have to take the damage head on, and it's too much damage. You can't even Haymaker. Boosted?
Well, they're able to trade it for tower top lane though. It swings the gold back. Brainsword on she's still about 1,000 gold ahead, but this Herald is really going to help. I don't know whether they're going to be able to get a second tower here now that the Serious Girl is here to help as well. Yeah, it looks like they're very much just playing for top side, but you're getting this gold on like the Ornn and the Maokai and the Lissandra. And it's weird because that's not really what this comp is about. Like, Xayah is your carry here. Xayah should be your focus. And when you have two comps that are so dependent on ADCs, like the right side comp is so dependent on Vayne, left side comp is so dependent on Xayah. Whoever wins the bot lane wins the game.
Yeah. And with that statement, we can kind of infer who is the likely winner. As Christian Simeone just finished his Blade of a Ruined King, is going to transition towards the Shield Bow. A lot of health stackers on the enemy team. It's, I think, a warranted purchase. Although you really like to see that Guinsoo's Rage Blade eventually. I guess it will just be third item. Foxbill holding the wave very nicely for his AD carry, and looks like we might see a Galio in trouble very soon as Lissandra, the Frozen Tomb, comes out. They attack the Galio and they kill him. Did not even have the time to use the flash, but that's all that Boosted as fuck are going to get. They can't really give a tower.
That does feel like what they should have done 5 minutes ago. Correctly layer the Lissandra CC, have someone else there because you don't have damage between Maokai and Lissandra, and then he just dies. Although this wave being frozen bot, like, this is so difficult to play into when you've got a melee support and you're behind.
Now again, it's so hard to walk up with the constant threat of the UNL bandage toss. If they can keep the wave as is, it's like, Xayah basically risks her life every single time. The Feather Storm just forced out like that. And now the bandage toss re-engaged straight into the Curse of the Sad Mummy. And that's it. The double bandage toss was really good from Hawksbill. That's another kill on the board for Brainsword, and maybe even the tower as well, because they have a jungler nearby.
Brainsword, not Brainstorm.
Did I say Brainstorm? I don't even... Can't even...
I'll keep nearly doing it.
Brainsword.
I didn't realize you changed it.
Yeah, I'll probably say Brainstorm on accident a few times. It's gonna happen.
Now we see this Vayne, the way this Vayne looks like a long range champion into this comp. I just don't really understand Alessandra. The more I look at it here, it's just odd. Oh.
Blue Caruana overstaying.
Oh, she's Everfrost? Oh, why?
Oh, but we re-engage now from Brainsword. Vayne under a lot of crowd control. Has to back away.
No frozen tomb to be seen.
Blue Caruana's still looking for something, but he's way ahead of his teammates. And that's gonna be that. They cannot continue. They still get the tower though. That's more than fine. Building up that gold lead. They still have the 2 dragons. Basically everything is going as planned for them. They may have a top lane that is slightly losing, but it's not like obviously boosted as fuck. They dedicated the resources to getting that tower down, so Riftmark was pretty much even all around. Oh! Galio?
That was the OED seed. That's unfortunate.
That's what happened. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a dead Galio. The tower warmed up. That's definitely going to kill him. Oh, well, that's so unfortunate.
No, they just had to pause so Mysterious Girl could just check his PayPal account, check it's all there.
Okay. Boosted AF can take a breather.
Is your
the game froze for a while, but we're back.
Yeah, the game froze, right? Are you 1634?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I guess we don't want that
Gardevoir, he has to be careful.
Why
here.
is he Everfrost? That makes me so annoyed. Because you can't. So the point of Everfrost with Lissandra is layering the CC for targets that you need to take longer to kill, or on targets that are particularly mobile. But the problem is you can't layer that CC with Vayne, because if you're trying to layer it with your W, well, when you W, she's going to condemn you out of Everfrost range. So you can't actually effectively stack it. You just need to blow her up, and you need to be playing to blow up. Makes very like Leandris is good here. Luden's I can see because Vayne doesn't have fence, but the Everfrost is just very random, I think.
Yeah, so Ludens if you just want to focus on blowing up with Vayne, which valid.
Yeah.
Or Leandris if you just want maximum value out of your item. That's basically.
It's also like Ludens is also nice because you're assuming she'll get QSS because she's got no cleanse. So the little bit of the flat magic penetration kind of counteracts the small amount of magic resist she gets from the Quicksilver. But then suddenly you're in a position in this game where the Lissandra has no damage on the missile. But also, like, you can't really be building Shadow Flame here because you need so many other things. You're probably going to need Morello, you'll want Zhonya's at some point. Like, I don't know if you're looking to go Demonic Embrace or something like that. Or Void Staff, certainly. And suddenly, where's the Shadow Flame, where's the Death Cap that actually lets you kill the Vayne? And the Zaya is really behind, so she's not doing anything about it. And you got 2 items, Shield Bow, Bork Vayne. No grievous wounds for the side of BAF. I just don't understand how she dies. Unless she tumbles forward into the Lissandra ult.
Yeah, you can tell that blue team is not really happy about the idea of starting the dragon themselves, but now that Brainsword committed to this, they can start the fight. But Vayne is mostly untouched right now. Gotta keep your eyes on the Vayne as the fight starts on both fronts, and it looks like the backline of Brainsword is winning right now. They just have more damage with the Vayne so fed. They're just going to take care of the Maokai, take care of the Ornn. Hawksbill gets some more CC in. Featherstorm, can Granny Spanner get at least 1 kill? Yes, he can, but he quickly gets bursted down. And it might even be a pentakill, actually. Christian Simeone, 1 last auto attack. He gets the pentakill in the first big team fight of the game. This is simply Vayne's world, and we're all just living in it right now. Cannot be a Baron because it's too early, but this just feels like a closing statement to this game.
Yeah, it's just a draft gap in the end of the day. Like, I had my problems with BSU draft, but Vayne just completely destroys whatever it is that BAF picked here.
It didn't even have to make use of that shield bow. The initiation was just not there. Like, The CC layering on Vayne was just not there. The Ornn ult just flew by and nothing happened with like the additional engage. So that was just the call for Vayne to just auto attack and auto attack the front line until they die. Now we see Brainsword making another move. That explosive cask is not going to pull the Ornn back into them. So yeah, can't really attack the Ornn.
There. He didn't attack when the Brittle was on the Shen. I think if he did, it might have killed him.
Nice dodge there from Granny Spanner, really trusting his clicks with that bandage toss dodge there. Boosted AF now grouping around mid, but every time they do...
Deceptively tanky though. I don't think a team fight is at all what you want. You just got pentakilled in the last one, your comp looks super. Yeah.
Unless it's like the clearest pick in the world on the Vayne.
3-item Vayne versus 1-item Xayah. It's just not playable. You have to just play sides, try and stop the bleeding. This one probably dies here, I think.
I wish you could play
problem
sides.
Problem is it's Vayne, so they could do early Baron as well.
Yeah, it feels like the options are so limited with what they have. Flash from Luke Caruana. There's Mysterious Girl behind the Xayah. He's going to get that taunt. But will Granny Spanner die here, actually? Here comes a re-engage from Brainsword. The Shen has not... Okay, Shen is ulting in. Nice set ult. Facebreaker stuns everyone, but there's just no damage on the side of Boosted.
Vayne is just not gonna die.
And yeah, there's just more kills from Vayne.
Got Radiant Virtue as well on the Shen. Really powerful tool versus still 0 grievous wounds. Doesn't look like anything's being done. It is Shadow Flame picked up on Lissandra, which you wouldn't have needed to go if you went damaging your Mythic. You could have Morello here. Doesn't look like the set's going. His set's got null magic mental for some reason. I don't know what that's turning into, but it doesn't look like it's grievous wounds.
It's really rough. It really is.
Like, it has to be Maokai or Lissandra picking them up. Neither of them are at the moment. And they buffed them as well. They buffed Grievous with this patch. Morello's actually an item again.
Yeah, Morello got the magic pen, but also the components all have 40% damage reduction across the board, so you can just sit on that. You don't have to commit to the item if you don't want to. Yeah, but the way things are, Brainsword, it's so easy for them to play these team fights. Vayne can just stay in the back line, playing front to back. It's pretty much all they have to do to win, because they just have more damage. Vayne with 3 items. Now has QSS as well, so that cleanse... Not having that cleanse, no longer an issue. The only way for Boosted as fuck to start a fight is now nullified as well. Almost makes me want to talk about this game in past tense.
Yeah, it's looking a little difficult.
Of course, they will fight until the end, but the prospects are dire. As they once again try to approach the Dragon Pit, but they are getting shoved out of there really fast. Vayne can just pretty much solo this one. But blue team will just get that away.
The whole team even needs to be here. Vayne can just sit here and do this, surely.
Maybe a miracle steal from Shot the Farmer, but he does not have flash to do it, so... Okay, Digitest will go in. They focus all of their damage onto the dragon. Can they do it? No, they can't, and they will lose the fight as well.
I'd have altered the Vayne, but it just doesn't matter anymore. Too far behind.
Everything to this fight. Tried to take the dragon, perhaps, but it just ended in more losses for the entire team. Shadeless will now get targeted. There's like 3.5 frontliners targeting him, so it's gonna take a while, but eventually he will go down too. And how convenient, you can just take the Hextech gate. No, you can't. Not when Malachi is this close.
Okay,
Oh, but Hogsbill goes back in.
for some reason.
But he's not going to die. Merc treads. May just... Okay, ignite.
No, he is
That's
gonna
not
die.
fair.
Wait, no,
Wait,
he's not gonna...
hold on. He's
He's
still
just
alive!
not gonna die!
How does this happen? The set was pretty much 100% sure that was a kill,
Wait,
but it wasn't.
Spotting?
Simeone,
No, he's just gonna kill everyone.
QSS, baits out the engage and just auto-attacks everyone to death once more.
QSS, and he's got the Warden's mail now as well.
Let me give you a hug.
Just, yeah, as he realizes he doesn't need any more damage, he just goes tank now.
Right. Yeah, when you're this far ahead, basically every defensive item just gives you so much more value. With all the added HP from the advantage in levels. Oh! Well, that's another kill. Luke Caruana just doing all the flashy plays in the world this game. The body slam flash is always good. So much lifesteal as well from the Vayne. It's so hard to put her down, but Boosted as fuck will try their hardest. Oh, the tower is actually probably doing more damage than the entirety of blue team right now. They will go in, but Stand United. Stand United is a buzzkill. It doesn't matter that the engage was well placed. At this point, you are too far behind. The goal difference is too much. And Brainsword Unsheathed are marching towards their first win of UNL Season 8. Christian Simeone and friends. That was the game.
Yeah.
Pretty much a dream game for him. 17 kills, pentakill inside of the game. The whole team playing around you. There's not much else to ask for.